I got my love on top, baby. I'm sitting on the top. Why did we let him do that?
Why did you let him go first?
I don't know. Why? I was like, let's let Hito do the intro. Now we know why we fucking don't do that.
And you make you realize how, and I get to show off how little I know of Beyonce's music.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many lyrics you got right. I'm going to assume it was about 50%. The on top part was the only part. All right, boys. Welcome back to Draft Boys, the FBL Draft Podcast. As always, joined by Miley G, Hito, myself, Whitey. That's how we do.
I'm good to be here.
Fantastic, mate.
Isn't it nice?
Life is just going well right now.
Back in Miles's apartment. It's a warm summer's day here.
It's nice, eh?
Got the fans blowing though. I love that.
Multiple fans at us.
Yeah, we're fanning. We're
Yeah.
fanning.
We got
Fans just like our fans.
I got nothing to say.
We sometimes have to just generate additional fans if possible.
Yeah, look.
Instead of those like hacking streaming farms with mobile phones set up, we just put fans everywhere.
Yeah, seriously. Bots.
Bots.
Just bot
fans.
Boys, what have I missed in this last week? What's been happening?
Well, we've slept on a game week because we got one slipped in right after we potted
we
last
did,
time.
but there's only so much people can pod when they have a full-time job.
Oh, exactly.
And it's not podding.
That's true. That's true.
I wish this was our full-time job. Then we bring it to you fucking every day.
Well, we kind of hope you did well without us, but we also hope that you didn't do well without us, and that's why you're listening.
And if you want it to be our full-time job, then give us 5 stars. Give us a like.
Yeah.
Give us a subscribe.
100%. Miles, nice little fucking...
I mean, look, we don't do it often.
We
but
don't.
When you throw it out there, when you know,
Or we normally just remember it at the very end when no one's listening. So.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's like, oh, these guys are so annoying. 2 stars.
Too long a podcast.
Boys, let's get into our points this week.
Yeah, sure.
Who's kicking us off? Who did the worst?
I did the worst, I think. If you didn't do worse than me, then you got to get off the pod.
Okay.
21.
21 points.
That's rough.
That's basically less. Like, say if 11 players got 2 points,
Yeah.
you'd have more points than.
I got fucking binary code up here, boys.
It's just ones and zeros.
I've got my 2 best players, Haaland and De Bruyne, injured.
De Bruyne's always. He's not even back.
He's coming back though.
Oh, come on.
He's so close,
Oh
boys.
my God.
I've been like,
This is a
typing in-
comeback.
I've been typing in De Bruyne to Google like every second day, trying to get some pictures of him training and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm digging deep, boys.
Oh, wow.
The
Well,
only return that I got was from Trent.
Yep.
He got 4 points for me.
so he got an assist, didn't he?
Top scorer.
He got something.
You got 2 bones.
And
He got 2
actually,
points, yeah.
Allison got me
know how he
some
got 2
save
points.
point, a save point.
A safe point.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
he must have made 3 saves.
Well, that is disappointing for you. Okay, I believe I'm going to go next here. Yeah, I got 34 points. Not a whole lot better. My defense for the first time this entire year has come through. Like, I've never been able to lean on my defense.
Mate.
It's always been, if I don't have my attackers score, I get nothing. This time, none of my attackers did anything, but finally, the Aston Villa double defender paid off.
Mate, you got nearly 2/3 of your points come from 3 players in defense.
I know, Pickford with 10 points, baby. It's worth holding on to him all year just for this moment to rub in Hito's face.
Good old
He
T-Rex.
hates Pickford so much. And then, 6 and 6 with Powell and Consta. They just look dynamo out there. And this is the
Juicy,
last
mate.
game I would have thought that they'd get cleanies and get
Oh,
some
exactly,
points.
mate. I agree.
But yeah, look, 34 points. Not happy with it. Not the worst points I saw this week. But yeah, definitely not the best.
Well, I'll round us out then
With the best.
with the best.
Like usual.
Still top of the table, boys. Sitting on 47 points this week. Despite a -1 from Trippier, I've managed to pull in some points from my goalkeeper, Leno. 9 juicy points from him.
Jesus, Heater.
Dingra
Can you
in
calm the fuck
midfield.
down?
Yeah, it's annoying.
9 from the keeper.
How lucky is he, though?
He's so lucky.
It's disgusting.
Strategic, mate. Strategic. And then Adingra in the middle with 10 points. And then my forwards just sweeping through this league with my fresh pickup of Raul Jimenez, 9 points. 7 points from Solanke, 5 from Jimenez. Sorry, not Jimenez. I've already said him. Alvarez. I've got too many Alvarez's.
Nice to see 2 weeks in a row he's picking up my scraps in the waiver. So I go for someone, I get someone else, and my backup waiver, he swoops.
You're
after-
kidding.
Yeah, twice, 2 times.
Mate,
They call that vulturing.
why'd you put them as your second priority?
I know. I was 50-50 between Morpay and Jimenez this
Yeah.
week, but then I saw Morpay's run.
You didn't get Jimenez?
No, he did because he picked up my scraps.
You got him. Yeah.
He just. Are you listening? He just said it.
I didn't listen. I was looking at the
He's in
next
denial.
note. You know,
He's in
I'm
denial.
kind of the host of this
You're a
podcast.
good
Sometimes I have
host.
to look ahead.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Just
Are you
doesn't wanna
fucking kidding? You got
recognise.
Raul?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, I thought Miles had him, and that just for some reason it just made it a little better. You fucking bastard. All right. Yeah, don't worry, guys. We're still friends. Not. Well, I've had enough talking about your points. Is it over?
Sure, we can move on.
You had more?
No, I've got that's all. That's all I can talk about. But I could go all day if you want me to.
Oh, no. Please stop.
I feel like you need some sugar.
Look, let's get into snack chat. Favorite segment. I need some sugar. Miles, you're on snack this week. What have you got for us?
You need some sugar and you need some booze. And that's what I brought for you.
100%. Thank you. Oh,
I'm going to introduce the snack first because
What the
you guys
fuck is
should
that?
consider yourself very, very lucky. So my grandma every year makes Christmas cookies. They're from Austria. They're called vanilla Kitfelens.
Oh,
can I just describe what I'm seeing here
Yeah.
for the listener?
Yeah.
A small white plate, delicately placed on top, roughly 13 of the, what are they called?
Vanilla Kitfelens.
Vanilla Kipfelins that look like tiny little boomerangs, and they go in a beautiful little circle, and they've got like powdered sugar on top. It's artwork.
I was thinking little bananas.
I thought they were bananas too, dude. I 100% thought they were little, like some sort of weird banana thing. Okay, I'm
or
going to
you've
take...
like weirdly flattened out a fortune cookie.
I'll put a picture on snack on Instagram for all the listeners.
Oh, they're all like coated in.
Oh my
sugar.
God.
So
They're like a little shortbread thing.
people that know my family really well get a tin of these for Christmas.
Wow.
Every year, my grandma makes about 1,200 of them, maybe 1,400.
Have you got your tin yet, Heat? 1,400?
Nope.
We don't get a fucking tin?
No.
Does that mean he's
This
trying
is
to?
it, though.
You got to know my grandma really well.
I know I don't know her. I feel like I do, though.
Do you think we could bribe her with giving it really high ratings and then you playing it for her later?
Yeah,
Do you
but
think if you played that back to her, she'd then make us a box?
now I swore. Now I feel bad.
No, she swears all the time. She's
Okay.
got the worst mouth ever. But basically,
They're
why I'm
amazing.
saying you're
They are
lucky
delicious.
this year is because my grandma has been a bit sick this year. So she only made about 400 this year.
400 of those things?
Only.
That's crazy.
No, but she usually makes like 12 to 1,500 of these
Wow.
things. Yeah.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
It's amazing. So light, so crumbly, fresh shortbread, buttery. Love it.
Buttery. That was literally the
Buttery.
word coming out of my mouth. Buttery.
That's great. I'm
That's
going
as
to
close-
give that an 8.7.
I'm giving that a 9.6.
Yeah, 8.7, mate.
We're
you
going
ain't getting
into
no
the
tin
nines.
with 8.7.
Yeah, we can't play that to Umi now.
But I will say to Umi, Hito is the harshest rater
Oh,
ever.
he sticks by his code.
Yeah.
There's no bias.
That's why I said all that shit about giving it a good score, and then my, morals came in, and I had to stick true to them.
We've even rated the snack before even trying the drink. That's
Yeah.
the first ever on
So
the podcast.
I'm moving on to the drink now. We can get back to the snack a bit later because I'm sure you guys are going to dig in.
I'm
and
gonna eat
about
one every
halfway
2
through the pod,
seconds.
you're going to be like, man, these things are just fucking amazing. So I went to the liquor shop and I was trying to pair it. And it's very hard to pair it without making a cup of coffee or a cup of tea.
Oh,
to be honest.
Espresso martini.
Yeah, but yeah, fuck, that could have been good. I tried to find the weirdest shit at the liquor shop and I got a Moondog Fizzer. And it's all natural, low sugar, vegan friendly, low calories, low carbs, low gluten.
Low taste. Sounds like
Doesn't sound
it's a
great.
seltzer. It's a fucking seltzer.
What's it? Tropical Crush is the flavor.
Yeah.
This is right up Hito's alley.
What percentage are we looking at?
4%. Very
4%.
low. But I was like, you know what?
It's basically soft drink.
It was on-
It's not bad.
It was on sale and I was like, I'm getting it.
For a seltzer, not too bad. You could smell the
yeah.
flavor straight in there. Tropical Crush.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's going to be low, Miles. I don't like seltzers, but I do like low calorie. but that has nothing to do with flavor. So I'm going to go a 5.7.
Yeah.
Are
Look,
they flat?
I don't know.
There's not as much bubbles I thought you'd get in this.
It's
in a
definitely
seltzy.
like at first I was going to say it's better than I thought because I already had low expectations.
Yeah. I'm kind of, with each sip, I want to lower my score.
But now I'm thinking it's about what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
5.7 for me. Hito, go.
I'm going to give that a 4.8.
Oh my God. Rough week.
Look, it's not your fault. I think they've fucked you with like a flat batch.
Yeah, Hito doesn't like flat stuff, dude. He likes
no
stale.
crisp
He likes
bubble.
stale Baker's Delight
And that's
stuff,
not
but he
you.
does not like flat.
No, I'll talk shit about the stale bakers. If it's stale, I'm not happy about it. I email the CEO directly.
All right,
I'm on the hotline.
boys. At some point, we're gonna have to talk about fantasy football, and I think it's now.
Let's do it.
All right. Look, we're mainly going to focus this week our highlights on the game week just gone, not the one we missed. There may be some referring back to those game weeks, but most of the focus is on game week 15. Now, to start us off, McGinn. I said it. What did I say?
You did.
McGinn.
Did you pick him up?
No, not that smart.
Still not owned.
I
in our
did pick
league,
him up and I
which is
dropped
crazy.
him.
Yeah,
and he scored. I picked up Grealish, dropped him. He scored a couple. Everyone, Lo Celso picked up, dropped him.
You're good.
I
at
need
that.
to hold on to them, man.
I know.
Anyway,
too trigger happy.
it was a pretty nice goal from him with the back to the goal. To be fair, the lead up to it was the best part.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that run and the layoff back to him. Really nice, but pretty confident finish from him. And he looked, to reference back to the game week prior, he was everywhere in that game and scored a goal this one.
Villa are looking very good.
Well, fuck me,
They
man.
look
They just
amazing.
beat City and Arsenal.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And Liverpool's already played them and beaten them. So you must
Lucky
be
you.
pretty fucking happy
I
about
know. I
that.
do not want to verse them soon.
Yeah, I know. It's like lucky you beat them before they got ahead of steam.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
exactly.
like, holy shit.
You don't play him till next May.
Oh, did you look it up?
Yeah, man.
Shit, I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
They're on fire.
they look
amazing.
real good.
Across the whole pitch, like everyone looked threatening. Bailey was a huge standout.
What a
Yeah.
handful
Not,
he is.
not just the lead up and the run and the assist. Like he was looking very nice this game.
Mm.
But they obviously, yeah, it was a bit of an interesting one versus City, who were lacking Haaland as well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I did already mention I got my clean sheet from them finally. Not where I expected to get it. But it happened.
Yeah.
And I'm happy.
They got Brentford this week. So
Brentford don't look great right now.
No, and then Sheffield. So and then United, Burnley, Everton. Like they've got a great run of features.
They honestly, like, they just, with the teams they just beat, any fixture is good.
100%. But with they had a really good run of fixtures before this, and they weren't that promising. Besides from a couple of standouts,
All
like
those clean
Watkins.
sheets you wanted to get.
Yeah, well, they didn't get
didn't get-
clean sheets, but they won. They won a lot of those games.
They
They
were
won.
winning, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many they've won now, but there's like they've been on fire. What are they coming?
6, I think.
Are they coming sixth?
I believe so.
Shit,
Yeah.
I thought they were up higher. Wow, they've had a real good run lately. But
They
yeah,
are third.
yeah,
Wow.
that's what I was thinking.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Third.
I thought because who's in second?
I just saw this
Arsenal.
meme today about Chelsea
Arsenal.
and Aston Villa, and it was like something about 6. So my bad.
Okay,
Don't trust memes.
let's start talking about some Liverpool here. Harvey Elliott,
What a nice goal.
that was nice.
Great. It's just at the start of the 10 minutes of added time, just pulls out a little perler, runs into some open space and wins it for the boys.
Now,
What a cracker.
obviously coming off the bench there, in terms of fantasy prospects, Heat, what do we expect from him?
Only owned in a very deep league. I'd imagine he's not a regular starter at all. Maybe if you can pick rotation games, which he has come in and started. But man, it's hard to pick.
Yeah, look, I mean, I can't imagine him getting too many minutes. But that's a really nice goal. Good confidence. Maybe keep an eye on. If someone gets injured, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be hard with Man United and Arsenal coming up. I think we're going to go really strong lineups
Yeah, for sure.
for those. But
So the thing I was going
keep
to
an eye
ask you
on.
about Liverpool actually is with Matip's injury.
Yeah.
I actually just assumed Gomez would come in, but Kanate came in. So can you talk me through that a bit?
yeah, there's a little bit of you kind of expect Gomez to have more favourite, but he's really struggled to win it back for quite a while now. And yeah, it seems like Kanate is definitely the preferred at the moment. They also had Konsa, a young star, play for 56 minutes. So he actually got the start this week.
So yeah,
alongside Virgil.
Konsa started, yeah.
Konsa, and then Kanate came on later. So I think it was more just the fixture was favourable to bring in a youngster and try and get some fresh legs.
Okay.
But I think we'll see a lot of rotation. But it feels like Kanate is the go-to backup.
Okay.
But you're going to get a lot of rotation, so you're not a guaranteed starter each week.
Yeah, and 57 minutes.
I'd watch Europa League fixtures and see how things play out to guide yourself on who you're going to pick up.
Because you guys are actually the favourite in the Europa League as well.
Overall?
Yeah.
Probably should be.
Yeah,
that's probably
definitely.
fair.
It could be maybe looking at a double this year if
Well,
you
that'd
guys
be nice.
continue.
That'd be nice.
Okay, so let's move on. I want to talk Bournemouth because what the fuck is going on in Bournemouth?
They look so good.
What is going on?
Mate, we should also be asking what's going on at United. That's like another question too. But we can
Well,
talk
we
about
just
Bournemouth
watched
for
them
sure.
and they look good.
Yeah, against
Come-
Chelsea,
yeah, they look-
anyone looks good, but
Oh, I guess. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But wow, do they look great out there? Solanke with a lovely little flick on goal there, and Billing with that great header at the back post.
dollar bill, y'all.
And then Senesi
Yeah.
with a lovely header back across the goal. I think he's got like a 14 and a 15 point
Back-to-back
haul
weeks,
in back-to-back weeks. Like crazy.
That's massive.
Yeah, huge haulers.
Definitely on the
They had a fourth goal ruled out as well, which was a very, very tight call.
Yeah, I know. So they look
And
really
they could have had
capable.
more too.
They could have.
Solanke hit the post that rolled back out.
Yeah, it did.
Tavernier, I think. Solanke also shot wide by about like 1 or 2 feet. Like
Yeah.
they could have had many more goals. They looked great.
It's crazy. Yeah, really interesting. So, what are the kind of standout prospects for you guys at Bournemouth?
Well, there's obviously going to be some, like Solanke is probably one of the few that's actually owned and been owned for quite a while. He's having an absolute scorcher of a season so far. I think he's up to 8 goals now, which is crazy. But I think someone that stands out that's really new is this Tavernier guy.
Yeah, Tabs, man.
Tabs. So he's gone after a huge haul the other week of 16 points with 2 goals against Sheffield. He's had 2 quiet weeks and now he's put out a double assist week. And he looked threatening too. It wasn't just
No, I thought he looked great.
a lucky assist that sometimes you see players pick up.
Yeah.
He looked really threatening.
And they're playing Luton and Forest next. So if there's ever a time to jump on a couple of Bournemouth prospects like Tavernier,
Yeah.
now is the time, you know?
And I think Billing might be available in a couple leagues.
For
Could be a
sure.
good shout because he really was a decent fantasy player last season. He's been a bit quiet this year, but
He hasn't done anything since, his last 2 weeks. He's got a goal and assist. And he's had a lot of sub minutes, actually. He's 32 minutes, 28 minutes. So this might bring him back into the starting lineup potentially.
Yeah,
His
okay.
goals.
And he
So
can
maybe
catch
keep an
fire.
eye on it.
Like last year, he was really good. And
yeah.
we did mention it, but you got to look at Senesi. You know, even if he doesn't get an attacking return,
Yeah.
they could easily keep clean sheets against those teams.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Love it, boys. Thank you. Now, let's talk City.
Okay, briefly, yeah. What are we talking about? Bernardo?
Yeah,
Silva?
Bernardo.
Yeah.
Lovely finish.
Lovely little curled finish in there.
I was raged because this week I went for a little bit of a cheeky City strategy against Luton, thinking we're going to see they lost last week.
Me too.
We're going to see like an 8-0. So I went heavy. I went and picked up Ake, Rodri.
Oh, really?
To try and double in. If they're getting 6-7 goals, like I get some points here.
Yeah, wow.
And did not
interesting
go that
strategy.
way.
Didn't work out for you, did it?
No, it didn't, unfortunately. And all I needed was Rodri to take a shot when he got tackled, and then it rolled out to Bernardo, and he would have got the assist.
Oh.
But he kind of like just went for the dribble, and then you don't get that counted as an assist if it's not a shot on target.
You don't do you?
Yeah,
which
I
had
think
to-
there are many.
I know the rules because I went and looked it up. I was like, why the fuck did I get the assist there?
I did want to shout out as well Grealish scoring a goal in that game. 2 goals in 3 games.
Yeah, and so what's happening with Doku? Because that's probably the question that we've got to answer.
I don't know.
He's got a little niggle. It's
Is that
not
a good answer?
It's not like a long-term flag at the moment. It's just flagged as a muscle injury, 75%.
Okay.
I haven't seen too much detail about it, but the fact that it's been just that for a week,
I think Grealish is a really interesting prospect, especially this time of the year. We have so many games in the next month that even if Doku comes back fit, Grealish is going to get minutes, especially with a bit of form. Like Pep's going to do it. Like he can't just play Doku over the cold nights, every single.
Especially when you got Haaland injured for a few weeks too.
Haaland's injured as well. So Grealish is a really, really interesting pickup.
Okay. I love it.
We shat on him a lot early this season as definitely don't touch, but it's just circumstantial right now. It's
There was
because of
always
the
gonna be
injuries,
yeah.
because of the fixture pile up, a little bit of form.
There's always a time and place.
Yeah. You've got to be open to it.
and the time is now.
Oh, baby.
The time is now. All right. Look. Oh, what's the deal with Haaland as well?
So
Bone stress
Bone stress.
in his foot. So it's not broken or fractured, but he had a lot of pain and couldn't walk on it.
He's stressed
And then the
out.
next day he said, I felt a lot better. I can walk now. So I
Okay.
reckon it'll be a couple of games.
Just a bit of
Couple
stress.
games. A little bit of stress.
Bones get stressed too, guys.
Oh, yeah. When you're putting, feet to pavement at 400 Ks an hour,
At 6'5".
there's a bit of stress.
Yeah.
what a perfect time for KDB to come back into the team. They need-
When no one to pass to.
No, they got Alvarez, man.
He's doing all the
Grealish,
passing.
Hope so.
Bernardo, Foden. He's got heaps of people to pass.
I was about to say, is he going to list the whole team? All right.
Aki.
No, now, Miles, I think you're best to cover this next game.
Okay.
Now, last time we spoke with the waiver, you went pretty hard on a certain team. You went a Wolf waiver.
Triple Wolf waiver. Yeah.
Triple Wolf waiver. How's that paid out? How's that paid off?
Pretty good. I mean, Wolves, they went. Look, they went down 1-0, but they brought it back. And the game before, they actually won 1-0 as well. So
You got the clean sheet.
I got the clean sheet that I was talking about.
from
I
the
think
keeper and Dawson.
keeper and Dawson. Huang Chan came through with another goal, which was pretty. This guy's having a season, isn't he?
But Cunha
And Cunha.
with his third goal in 4 games in this one, he seems to be in a little purple patch here.
He is he's stop.
It's not even 3 goals in 4. It's like 3 goals and 2 assists in 5.
Wow.
It's got to be up there with one of the form players of the season
moment,
so far.
I
Yeah,
know.
Of the season or the moment?
Of the moment.
Of the moment. Of the last 4 or 5 game weeks. Of the season?
well, I mean, look, that's pretty good form.
That's ludicrous.
3 and 2
Form
and 5.
of the season.
Get that form of the season.
Yeah, Wolves look they're looking like they're pulling some stuff together, and they've got an interesting set of fixtures with West Ham, who just got pumped, Chelsea, who just
got
get
pumped.
pumped mostly, and Brentford, who are a little bit missing at the moment.
All right. I want to talk a perfect segue here for form of the season. 10 goals in 2 games. Fulham. What the actual fuck?
Did not anticipate this at all. Even a clean
That's
sheet.
an understatement. Like everyone's like, huh? What the fuck?
Look,
Clean sheets
we
as
gotta
well.
own it. We've got to own it when we can. Clean sheets, and they've done it back to, and especially against West Ham, which is a huge scalp.
It's crazy because like that, you see that 5-0. You're like, okay, we saw Burnley do it the other week. Like, it happens back to back 5-0. You got to take notice.
Yeah,
And
taking notice.
We did kind of call out that we thought that Fulham had it in them even before the first 5-0. Because a couple of weeks earlier, they had a really good game. Willian got the double. They were looking really
And
good.
you called out Jimenez.
I did
You
call
said
out
he's
Jimenez.
on your radar.
And I
called out Willian.
You did.
it's just like all
And
season.
Wilson.
I
guys,
called out no one.
You didn't call out anyone. You hate Fulham.
all season, Jimenez, for me, I've watched a lot of Fulham games randomly. They've passed the eye test. He's passed the eye test. He's been so creative, and he's just been lacking that final touch.
Well, what a fucking ball in for this one.
Oh yeah,
The Palhinha drilled cross and flick on. Fuck me. That was sexy.
vintage.
But guys, they're
was sexy.
scoring goals like crazy. Like if you look at the last, I just looking back at the last 4 game weeks here, they've they've got 15 goals. They scored 3 against Liverpool.
Yeah, that game was crazy.
That's a lot of goals.
That's against Liverpool.
They scored 3 against Wolves.
They scored 16 goals. 16 goals in the last 4 game weeks. That's insane. Like for me, I would be all over Fulham players right now. They've got Newcastle next up, but Burnley, Bournemouth after that. I mean,
Newcastle
Bournemouth are in
look wounded.
form. Newcastle are wounded. And Fulham are fired up, man.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at Iwobi, Willian, Andreas Pereira, like all these guys.
Let's have a quick
with the kind of
conversation
form.
about Harry Wilson as well. Where does he come on your list? Because we were having a bit of a chat pre-pod.
I come very hard on his list because 'cause that goal was
How hard do you come?
dude. That goal.
Oh, that sounded so funny.
Yeah, it actually sounded like we were in a porno just then.
Oh, you set him up for that, though. Okay, well, Hito, before you come everywhere, just fucking tell us about him.
What do I need to say more than that?
Oh, the minutes aren't there, though. Like,
It's the money shot.
like
The money
he came
shot.
off after
Mate, that goal was
45.
the money shot.
Did he come off after 45 or
He's-
did he come on at halftime?
Came on at halftime.
Can we just stop
Oh.
saying come? Because it's
Okay.
fucking freaking me out here.
They were
because
white too, which is weird.
because he because he came on against Forest. He's come off at the 61st against Liverpool, and he's only come on for 14 minutes. I couldn't stop myself. Sorry. He's not had a whole lot of minutes.
No,
though.
he hasn't.
And
but
the
it's-
minutes he's had have been like quite
The
managed.
thing I like though is that he's adding or he's contributing despite the minutes. That shows the impact.
It is form.
Like there's form. Like on as a sub for 14 minutes gets an assist. Plays 61 minutes, goal. On as a sub gets an assist.
You're right. And then he comes on as a sub at halftime.
Goal.
So
And he
obviously
coulda had
for
2.
impact.
He was not selfish and he did the
He
sweaty
did.
goal to Vinicius.
He did do that.
Because 1v1. He could have had double.
Okay, look, yeah, I think maybe he's someone primed to get some more minutes. But the goals are here. I mean, it's just kind of nuts to see what they've done. Willian curling a goal in, really winding back the ears there with that goal.
And he is on pens. We saw 3 weeks ago he was on pens.
Yeah, for the double he scored.
And Harry Wilson's goal was a worldie. Fuck, he just curled that in top bins. It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, okay.
Did you guys see that video I sent you the other day where it was when he scored a hat trick in the championship of free kicks?
No.
No, where'd you
Fucking
send
hell.
that?
On
Oh,
our Insta.
really?
Yeah, Insta.
I didn't see that.
Boys, look it up. And also the peeps out there, look it up if you haven't
The
seen
peeps.
it. It was fucking sexy.
Yeah. Miles is going to repost it on our
Yeah,
socials.
yeah, reshare. Yeah, do that.
All right, let's get to Tottenham, boys. They seem to be coming back here. What are you guys thinking?
Possibly. I hope so for, Ange, because, we love a bit of big Ange on this pod. But yeah,
They looked like back to their old ways. There was a bit of swagger. There was confidence. They were running at people, creating multiple chances across the field. Johnson having shots, pinging the post, nearly scored. Sonny looked electric.
I was about to say, if you're going to highlight anyone, Sonny's the man. He looks fucking on fire right now.
He absolutely ripped Trips.
I know, dude.
Twice.
And Trips was like, yeah, come on, let's go. And then, like, basically trips over himself. No pun intended.
Low-key worried about Trips. He also was the result of 2 goals they conceded last game as well.
Yeah, I think that we highlighted this a little bit earlier this season. There was a bit of form that we saw, and you obviously reaped the benefit of that. But we were kind of like a bit wary of the fact that wasn't a sign of the whole season up until that point. And I feel like it's even been continue to keep showing now. Like with Newcastle's form, he's also lost that edge to me.
I think so, but I think we've got to talk about Richarlison as well, because I think that he will be available in a lot of leagues. He hasn't done anything.
He will be, yeah. He hasn't done a lot.
And if they get him going, Spurs are going to just be very fruitful from that prospect.
Yeah, I mean, it's an easy way into their lineup with fairly low risk. I mean, you can punt on him for a couple of game weeks, see if he gets some form in the team. Yeah, I definitely like that. I definitely like that.
And
option.
the fixtures make it worth it with Forest. Everton obviously have a bit of form right now, but still they're not as good a team as Tottenham. Then Brighton Bournemouth. And they're at home for Bournemouth, so I think despite Bournemouth looking good, they're winnable games and scoring games.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, boys. Hito, you can talk about this because you seem to have the crystal ball that tells you when to pick up players. Brighton.
Yeah, just a shame I can't hold two balls at once because I had to drop one ball for another ball.
Him this week. What the fuck's going on? Holding two balls at once?
So I had to drop my boy Gross and I sacrificed
Umi
points.
is listening this week, dude.
Hey, Umi. Can I have some cookies, please?
I'm going to eat one now.
But yeah, a surprising header at the back post from quite a little man. But yeah, had a little bit of impact. He had a few shots and chances across that game, looked quite threatening on the right side. Tapped it in to equalise the game. Obviously, Brighton aren't still dominating games. They're not winning with a lot of goals or tying with a lot of goals. Mm-hmm. But they've got a little bit of creative flair when they can pull it out. So
And a bit of standout form from Gross as well.
yeah.
Gross has continued, and just before we finish on Anguilla, he's got 4 goals and 1 assist.
Who's he talking about?
Thank you. Don't worry, I know who it is because I can't say
Now
his
you
name
got
either.
it because you couldn't say it either.
Adingra.
Adingra.
Sorry, I work with Anguilla, and it just always wigs me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's a really, really solid pickup because he's getting all the minutes as well. He starts every single game, and basically besides 2.
At the moment, it's showing a chip in every 4 weeks or so. He's bringing something to the table. So we'll see where this goes.
Big game as well, Arsenal.
Yeah,
This game week.
coming up. That'll be toughy.
Yeah.
I think the last one here, I just want to say, second last one. That McAtee goal curled in. First goal on the Prem.
We got to give it a shout for goal of the season.
Man.
Wow. For the goal from nothing.
Yeah, goal from nothing.
Yeah.
Wins them their first game win. No, they've had a win, but wins them one of their very few wins they've had in the league.
Safe to say it was
fucking
unexpected. Nice goal, though.
That angle, I was
Fucking perler.
I had to double take actually because I was watching it live and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was spicy.
And look, I see here, Hito's got one note that he wants to shout out. It's probably the first time I haven't shouted them out because I wanted to avoid the disappointment of bringing it up. But
Everton, 3 clean sheets in a row.
it's rare that Hito highlights any form from Everton.
Mate,
It's rare that anyone does.
you take 10 points off a team and they actually show up.
Yeah, I know. Maybe they should do it to Chelsea.
Do it. I'd like that so I can
We'd
start
literally
seeing
be in a
winning again.
relegation. We'd be in relegation battle. It's crazy.
Yeah, you need it, mate. You need
I mean, it
to fire
might
you
even
up.
happen to City
Yeah.
because that punishment is coming very soon.
Well, apparently they deserve more. It'll be a lot more than 10 points.
Exactly.
They're drowning in paperwork, though. The
Yeah,
lawyers.
the paperwork.
They've just done that old paperwork trick.
They would love it though. They're charging like $400 an hour just going through paperwork. They'd be fucking
400,000 an hour.
Fucking hell.
That's what I meant. Only speak in Ks.
What bloody shopping centre lawyer are you going to?
Bro, I got a Ralph down the street.
I can imagine the city going to the guys in the mall like, okay, what's the plan? We're going to drown them in paperwork. Let's fuck them up, boys.
Yeah, that's why they want to pay $400 an hour. It's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
too
Like
long.
Dennis Denudo in the castle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that rounds us up for this week. Now, this is something I'm pretty excited about.
What's up?
New segment.
What?
Very small, just a fun little bit. It's called Whitey's Whiffs.
What's that smell?
It's a
Whitey's
whiff.
whiff. Can you explain
Got a
this
whiff
to the
of something.
listeners?
Okay, so this is a little game that I prepared for you guys to play. And what's going to happen is you're going to get hints or whiffs. And it's going to lead you to a football player. And it's going to be a Premier League player. Just keep things fantasy topical.
Yeah, Prem. Yeah, do it.
Okay. So I'm going to slowly go through and I'm going to read each of my whiffs. I'm going to give you little whiffs here and there to see if you can catch on to the scent
Cool.
of who the player is. And whoever gets it first wins.
Are they all present players or is it a combo of present or past?
We're only doing one player.
Or just
So
one player?
It's
But is the
it's
game
just the
going-
one player and it is past and present.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good to know.
Let's get on it. Let's
We
do
ready?
it. Yeah. I'm pretty excited.
So the hints, just to be clear, start from quite broad and they get more and more specific.
okay. And can we just continue to guess or do we only get one guess?
One guess.
Per clue?
No, one guess overall.
No.
No, but then if we both guess, then we can't finish.
If you both. Damn it. That ruins the game.
I reckon
No,
one guess
that's
per
the whole thing.
clue.
You've got to wait till you're ready.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Then no one gets it. That's the thing. It's
Alright.
draws in football,
All right,
man.
all right. Let's go.
All right. Hint 1.
Don't come too early.
Hint 2. Hint 1. This individual is a retired professional footballer who played as a forward and had a successful career in Europe and South America. Dum, 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 dum. He played for several top clubs in different countries, known for his relentless work rate and scoring ability. Dum, 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 dum. I'm going to stop doing that. This player is from Argentina and has represented his national team in multiple major international tournaments, including the World Cup. He had a significant impact in the English Premier League, playing for 2 major Manchester clubs, and was known for
Carlos
his...
Tevez.
I said it first.
What'd you say?
I said Tevez.
I say Carlos Tevez.
He
as
said
well.
Carlos Tevez.
Fuck off. We're not saying first names. Like, we've got this on
You're the
recording.
judge. You're the host.
That was close. I feel like I need playback on that shit.
Draft boys.
Okay, lads, we're back from the playback. We actually had to go back and listen to
That
the
was
audio
painful.
because it was so fucking close.
In slow-mo and shit.
Now, boys, I'm going to give you my reasoning here. What happened is, in slow motion playback, what we heard was that Hito said Carlos Tevez and Miles said Tevez. Miles said Tevez twice. The first Tevez was quiet but audible in playback. Now, the Tevez came out at the exact same time that Hito said Carlos. So I came to the conclusion that because it was a split, they both said it at exactly the same time. I thought that Miles got the information out faster than Hito did. Even though Hito gave more information, I'm giving it to Miles. Carlos Tevez for the win. Congratulations, Miles. You won the first Whitey's Whiffs. Oh!
That's bullshit.
What's
I want
that
VAR.
smell?
I want independent review of VAR.
You want
Bullshit.
VAR?
I want independent review.
Yeah,
of
we
VAR.
just
VAR's coming next season.
Yeah, we just thought.
Sorry. Well, how about the
it came this
listeners?
season.
How about the listeners should have a little listen and tell us who do they think should
We
win?
cannot wait to hear. I
Who
think it
should've
was a
won?
very fair ruling. Okay, now I'm completely lost. Oh, let's get into worst and best.
Ooh.
Okay, Hito, I know what your worst should be is probably losing your first Whitey's Whiffs.
I know. I do want to change it.
So, I mean, maybe you should start us off here.
I'm going to stick with my actual worst. My worst this week was that I mentioned I went hard on the Man City strategy, and last minute I was so close to taking a little Jackie Grealish punt.
Oh,
And I'm just a bit sad that I didn't do that now because that would have been a juicy 10-point haul just for a one-off pick.
Yeah, I'm really glad he did.
And my best this week just has to be McAtee's goal. Just
Stunner.
beautiful.
Stunner.
It
Beautiful.
was surprising, wasn't it?
His first goal in the Prem
Yeah, I know. I did
is
see
a
that.
youth player from Man City.
Man City or United?
Man City, I think I heard.
I thought I heard United.
Playback.
Draft boys. Yeah, look. Okay. And so, Miles, what's your worst and best? Oh, did you do? Yeah, you did both. Yeah.
My
go ahead, Miles.
worst was obviously as a Harlan owner, it's got to be your worst.
Against
Every day of the
Luton
week.
too.
Against
That's-
Luton, I was expecting about 8 goals just from him.
That bone stress, bro.
Oh my god, I'm stressed. But you know, if anyone wants to trade, it's a really good option to come at me now. Hey, maybe not Hito because he's coming all over the
No,
shop.
I've already,
Yeah, yeah.
I've already done enough, man. I've got nothing left.
And my best has got to be Aston Villa just shaking up the Prem because
Love
you know it's just been so.
That's why we
interesting.
love the Prem.
Yes.
Seeing Villa in third is great.
Yeah, look, you kind of stole mine, but the bit
did I?
there. But it's fair. It's fine. It's fine.
What's yours?
Mine was kind of similar. My best, the Prem right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's just how
Nuts,
good is
man.
it right now?
It's crazy, man.
crazy. There's like random teams like Fulham shipping out like 10 goals over 2 games. We saw Burnley do 5-0 the other week.
Forest
There's-
did 5.
I know there's upsets from like Villa killing off 2 of the top teams. Like,
Everton just come out of nowhere and just.
With the point deduction, like the drama around that. Yeah,
I
you're
know, it's
right.
crazy. And then, like, not to mention, like, the 3 games before the Everton game that Chelsea played being, like, fucking the most dramatic shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude.
There's been stuff flying around everywhere.
The greatest reality television show in history.
I think Liverpool's
It's
come
so
like
good right
we've just
now.
come back from a losing position, like
yeah, you
14
guys have
times
come
or
back.
something. Like
Yeah, that I did
in
hear
the
something
last
like
X
that.
amount of games. It was crazy. Like
Well, it's
just,
working out for you.
Yeah.
And then, here's my worst. Anyone who plays Fulham, that's the worst for them. That's the worst.
Yeah, worse for anyone.
Yeah, 5-0. So good luck.
Well, also
16
brutal for you.
goals.
Yeah.
16 goals in 4 games.
It's crazy.
Crazy,
That's
man.
That's
like
mental.
as many goals as Haaland's got right now.
Oh my God. Don't even start. He's probably out for the season. All right. Stop in the name of old.
Before I drop
These bitches. Look, we are weird here at Draft Boys, so you have to forgive us for our little intro songs. But let's get into stop, drop, and hold here. Hito, why don't you kick us off? Who's a stop right now?
Well, we highlighted a couple of these names already, but we just got to give them the extra love. Everton defense right now, across the board. Keepers, all defenders, 3 game weeks in a row, getting bones. Very, very strong returns. You don't see that very often, 3 in a row like that, especially from a team like Everton. Also got to shout out Harry Wilson. We spoke about him just before, but he's just killing it for 4 game weeks in a row with returns.
Okay, I'm going to keep going on that Fulham tangent there with Iwobi. Now, this is not a name I would have thought would be a stop for a long time, but in the last 4 game weeks, he's got 3 goals and an assist. He's got a bunch of bones too. Like he got a 9 points against Wolves, 14 points against Forest, another 6 against West Ham. That's enough form for me. He's getting all the minutes. And as we said, Fulham are on a bit of a tear, and the fixtures are okay. A wounded Newcastle, Burnley, Bournemouth. I'd be interested in him for definitely those next 3 fixtures. So, yeah, he's a stop for me right now. And then I just want to say Gross. Gross has got some great form going on. We've already kind of highlighted it, but yeah, I think, you can't deny how well he's playing right now.
He's pivotal to that team. He's the standout man.
Yeah, and you can tell, like he really is making a lot of it happen. So yeah, you got to kind of jump on that form.
Yeah. And I'll just round it out. I'm going to chuck in Jay Rodriguez, actually. So,
J-Rod as a stop.
yes, because in the last 4, he's had 3 attacking returns. So 2 goals and an assist from the last 4. So he looks like a really, really good viable option for most leagues, like he's there. He could be on some pens as well.
Hito jumped on him a while ago.
He did.
For 1 game week.
Yeah, but
He's off again.
You never know. So
Yeah.
the form is there.
9,
It's a little
6, 2,
cheeky.
5. Like that's decent points. So yeah, I don't mind that. And we're going to see them play Everton, Fulham, and then Liverpool. So at least for the next 2 fixtures, 100%.
Yeah.
Any drops right now? Okay, what about? I've got a hold question. Matoma.
Well, it's obviously a hold. You're not really dropping someone like Matoma. Unless there's someone out there like that you think that you'll hold for the rest of the season, because that's what I feel like someone like a Matoma is. It's just someone that you've just got to bank for 38 game weeks.
Dude, I'm looking at these minutes. I'm looking at these returns. I am a Matoma owner, and I am just like, dude,
How bad are the minutes? But wasn't he injured though? He had.
I mean, like,
He missed 1 game injury. with
yeah,
a
he
bit
missed
of
like
sub
1 game,
appearances.
dude. So, I mean, yeah, I guess it was like, sub appearance. I guess he came off after 45, was injured for the next game, came on for 33, played 90, 45 minutes. Anyway, he's basically only got an assist in the last 6 game weeks, and then another assist before that. That's it for like maybe almost 10 game weeks. It's 2 assists.
The thing I'd say is you have one thing that's working for you in both hold and a trade is his upcoming fixture run. So
Yeah.
fixtures from after Arsenal this week all the way through to 10th of March look pretty nice.
Really good.
Except for Spurs thrown in there.
Are they going to hang on in the Champions League? Or are they going to get knocked out?
They'll get knocked out of Europa.
Oh, sorry, Europa. I keep forgetting.
They'll get knocked out for
Great.
sure, I reckon.
That's great news for Brighton.
It is good news, and also I think that fixture is either you are encouraged to hold and see what happens, but it's basically nearly end of the season by the time you've considering dropping, or you use that fixture run as the appealing factor for a trade because the
Correct.
form's not there as the appealing part.
And I will say he's the second highest Brighton fantasy asset. So it's not like Brighton have had the year that they had last year,
Yeah.
but they do have it in them. You know, it's just like
They
so
definitely do.
Martinelli owners were rewarded.
Wow. Right after we talked about that a bunch last pod, hey?
I know.
And then he scored. I was like, fuck.
So, you know, Martinelli owners, like a massive relief. Like Vasquez G was like texting me all morning.
That is the perfect segue into our fan questions, I believe.
It is actually.
Our boy.
We're going straight in. Vasquez G reaches out most weeks. But yeah, he just wanted to know this week, what do you guys think about holding Antonio?
Wow, that goes straight into our hold section. Brilliant segue. Look, well, he's got 25% chance of playing. I mean, look, how long has he been out for? Yeah, I'm just looking at his stuff there.
So basically, the only other option in his league is Chris Wood. And he's only had one attacking return all year.
How big is Vasquez's league? It
I
must be
think they
big.
play like a 12-man league.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hang on to him. I mean, it's getting 25%. Has anyone got any solid information on his return from injury, or is that what Hito's furiously typing away about over here?
Yeah, Hito's going hard over there. We'll give him a quick second.
There was
to
a
come
little
up
bit
with
of
something.
form there, I'd say. Like, if you kind of look, you know, he was kind of he was basically the preferred striker into the lead up, which Vasquez probably already knows. I haven't followed him that closely this season because his returns haven't been amazing. Yeah, with really only those 2 assists in the last 6 game weeks that he was kind of playing, and then obviously been out for the last 4. So, look,
playing-
a big part of it will be when he comes
The
back.
22nd of November, it was reported that he'll miss 2 to 3 weeks.
22nd of November. Okay, so for me, I think you hold.
I think, and 25% is better than red. Like
He could be
out.
back this year still. He could be back this year.
And there's a lot of games coming up.
Yeah, I feel like it's a hold. Like if you look at the minutes prior, he's the starting striker for them. He should fit straight back into that squad and keep doing what he's doing. Look, the numbers aren't great, but in a 12-man league like that, you know, you got to take him where you can get him. And I think that's better than Wood, really.
Yeah.
What else have we got for questions this week?
I got one more. Austin reached out and he said, Lyle Foster's been out with an illness for ages. Should he just take a punt on Tony? He's available.
Yeah,
Yeah, just punt.
I think so.
It's getting pretty close. I remember from memory, Tony was coming back mid to late January.
Yeah, it is about then. But the thing is, I guess what will be interesting is how long it takes to integrate him back into a team. But I mean, it is still a month out. But
It
depends on your league for sure.
And
You have
employment-
to vibe your league out. If you think there's anyone else floating on that radar and you can spare the space in your league based on
Yeah.
your lineup, I think you pull the trigger.
I think so too. And I will say Mbuemo's got a little bit of an injury right now. And you never know if these things go longer. You know, he might need surgery. I'm not saying that I've read that, but you never know.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's hard with Foster. He's got he's taking a break because of mental health.
Right.
So it's really unknown of how long it will take for him to come back and be in a good headspace.
Yeah.
Could be next week. Could be months
yeah,
away.
yeah.
So I like the prospect of considering Tony at this point. Like it's not that long to go now.
No.
Yeah.
And you're talking to someone that punted on KDB about 3 months ago. So I'm all up for it.
And you're also not.
Okay, it wasn't 3 months
You're not
ago, but-
dropping like a killer player too. Like if it was someone who didn't play for played for a better team than Burnley, I'd be more tempted to hold and wait out. But even when he's back, it's like he'll get a goal maybe every now and again. But
Yeah. And J Rod's
Burnley.
got that position on lockdown right now. Okay.
On lock.
That man bun is cooking in the oven.
oh, mate, it's firing.
Okay. All right. I think that's it for fan questions this week, lads. I think let's just get into our waivers for the week. What are your top threes?
I've only got 2.
Top twos then.
Yeah. They're both punty, but we've mentioned them both. Grealish, Hullen's out. Everything that we've already discussed.
Yep.
If he's available in your league, why not? Jackie G. And Richarlison, if he gets going, I feel like Spurs can be so lethal.
It's more promising than ever picking up a random Spurs player now with the change.
Yeah.
It's not just it's a random Spurs player. Maybe they'll get some form and they'll be a bit more attacking.
It almost
It'll
feels
spread
guaranteed.
It'll feel more spread from Sonny and Kane in the past. Like that's hard to get any diversification there. So
Yeah.
it feels better than normal. But I can jump in as I'm already talking.
Go on.
I'm looking at some of the names, particularly more like that leaning that are free in our league, an 8-man league. So I've got Bailey here. He's not owned in our league. I think that form is really promising and he looks so good this week.
And Aston Villa.
High priority. He has to be picked up this week in our league. If he
Has
gets
to.
to me, it'll be crazy. Next will be Billing. I know he's had sub appearances, but I just love that Bournemouth form and confidence. I really back Billing to come back. And then Willian. I know we've mentioned a couple of weeks ago as a pickup, but I think just doubling down on that fact he's still available in our league is crazy too.
Yeah, agreed. Look, I'm going in on that Bournemouth train. Senesi, liking the look of him. And we already said what kind of points he's hauling in, 14, 15 points the last 2 weeks. Bournemouth's form is looking great. He's looking capable of scoring goals too. So, yeah, really, really impressive form from him. Tavernier is what I thought it was. Anyway, Tavernier, he's looking great too. We've already kind of shouted out how he's looking. I just think the proof's in the pudding. He's looking really exciting right now. Bournemouth are too, so why not take a punt on him? And then Pereira. Again, we're all about Fulham and Bournemouth this week, but really, really interested to see kind of what he's capable of because last season he was really good when Bournemouth started ticking over. Pereira did great.
Yeah,
And he loves a multiple assist haul.
Did I
this
say
boy.
Bournemouth started ticking over or Fulham?
I think you said Fulham.
Sorry. I think I had a mental breakdown. Yeah, so there was actually some interesting waivers this week. I thought, it was like there were. I feel like the last maybe 4 or 5 pods, sometimes we've had trouble coming up with names because it's been a few of the usual suspects. But definitely in the last couple of game weeks, there's been a bit more activity from some of the Fulhams, the Bournemouths, those teams where there are probably players still available. So definitely a time to be paying attention. So
What a time to be alive.
what a time. And speaking of time, we're going to be potentially taking a little bit of time off over the Christmas break. It's too wild with games. We can't keep up with these double game weeks. We got a few holidays we need to go on.
We are going on holiday.
The boys
We're
need a
going on
rest.
holiday. The
I
draft
leave
boys
on
are going on
Saturday.
holiday.
You leave the next week. Whitey's off after that. So
Yep.
we're going to be on socials. So if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out. And we're going to try and have a little bit of activity with some waivers and stuff over the break as well. So keep your eyes peeled. If you're not subscribed to us on Insta or Twitter, jump on, send us a message, say good day. We are here for you.
Draft boys.